All right, what is going on, everybody? This video, I want to challenge you guys to go 365 days of retaining. Let me explain why this number and an idea. So many of us, let's say 15, 16 years old, we started draining ourselves, right? Multiple times a day, multiple times a month, a week. So our body needs to regenerate. And I'm talking about for those who really want to upgrade, up level in their financial, their mentality, stability, all these things. If you already have that, this doesn't apply to you. We're talking to those people who may have trouble in these areas, trying to get their just get their life going on the road. A lot of that is because of the level of semen that you hold. So if you have been draining yourself, you will find that your life doesn't seem to be going according to plan, because when you start draining yourself, when you start watching all these things that you shouldn't be watching, it takes you out of your element. You have your DNA, you have what you're supposed to be, your destiny, your purpose, what you're supposed to be doing in life. When you start depleting, which is not something, I don't really think you're supposed to be doing that. You can do it. I don't care what science says. I don't think it's something that you're supposed to be doing. And I'm pretty sure somewhere in the Bible it says you shouldn't be doing those things. And there's a very important reason why. It's very crucial. It's very significant why it says do not do these things. The reason why is because you start to derail the track. You're going off your purpose, what you're supposed to be doing. That liquid, which is not just some liquid, it is your purpose, it is your DNA, it is you, it is your potential, it is your sexual light, your sexual energy, your spiritual light. This is keeping you on track. Your intuition is there, your financial success, your mental stability, your emotional stability. Everything about you to become a man is there. You hold on to this and you will become the man you're supposed to be. A big reason why men are failing to do this is because they're all doing these things and science says it's normal. We're not talking about the people, again, we're not talking about those people who have already made it, do whatever they have to do. These are different circumstances. We're talking about the people who are struggling to trying to get their life in order. We're multidimensional. We live on multiple dimensions, meaning we have different realities. We have different selves of ourself. We can be functioning at this day and another day, depending on the level of energy that we're at. Who you are today can be changed tomorrow. Who you should be, who you should have been, could have been long gone because that person went off and derailed onto a different track. And what you find is you have people who they derailed and they hit depression or they go into drugs and they hit rock bottom and they learn these hard lessons in life, which gets them, what got them back to their purpose, their destiny, where they're supposed to be. Because you have, like, let's say a bowling alley, you have these trails, you bump into something which feels very uncomfortable, financial problems, divorce, all these different things, and it puts you right back to where you should have always been, where you're supposed to be. And they always say, I hit rock bottom, I learned the hardest mistakes, the hardest lessons in life, because pain is a powerful teacher. But you don't have to go through pain to learn these things. You can learn from other people's mistakes. You can learn from sacrificing. These are rituals, these are ceremonies done to initiate man onto their destiny, onto their purpose. So what you can do is sacrifice and retain, which will protect you from hitting these things. When you start draining yourself, these are when you're going to start running into these problems. And it eventually is going to hit you right back. God is putting you back on track, on where you should have always been. That's where you're going to get your financial stability, your financial freedom, the right relationships, the right friends, the people that are meant for you. If you're finding yourself getting the wrong people, not enough money, not the right job, you don't feel fulfillment, is because something about yourself, you decided somewhere in life that you're going to hit you're going to go off rail. You didn't listen to yourself, your higher self, your potential, your upgraded self. Retaining keeps you on track, and you're going to, it might look like things are falling apart. That's because where you're at, the dimension you're at, wasn't where you're supposed to be, but you are there. So things have to fall off in order for you to up level, and then your life's going to change. The right people will come in. So you're going to see the people that shouldn't have been there, giving you drugs, giving you alcohol, these things, taking you to the wrong places and introducing you to the wrong people. They're going to fall off. It might feel uncomfortable, but it's going to get you right back to where you should have always been. Your destiny, your purpose, your DNA. When you have more of yourself, meaning retaining, this light is brighter. Will be your torch. Will be there to show you where you should have always been. So, I tell you, 365 days, a year, because if you've been depleting yourself inside, especially at a very young age, when you're younger, you're rejuvenating, you're regenerating a lot quicker, but so you can kind of get away with it a little bit more. But 365 days, because it takes about almost 3 months for a sperm cell to fully mature. So 3 months is not going to be enough. That's just for the cell to mature. You need to go even longer. Will you start feeling benefits in the first 30 days? Of course, yes. But in order for you to get the spiritual benefits, your purpose, what you came here to do, you need to go a full year. You need to give your body, your organs, your fluids a lot of time to recover. Because as soon as you start depleting when you're a young age, you're doing multiple times a day, multiple times a week, multiple times a month. So you keep, little by little, you're pushing yourself further back and back and back and back until you're like, what happened to my life? How did this happen? I wasn't supposed to be here. Because we live on multiple, we're multidimensional. We have free will. We can decide to do these things. But if you want to go in higher dimensions, higher energy, higher frequency, higher vibration, reach a godly frequency, feeling closer to God, God is at a higher frequency. You need to reach that frequency. That means your life that's keeping you down needs to fall off so you can go up. That's where you want to be. That's where everybody wants to be, because we all come from God. So 365 days. Your life has no choice but to upgrade. Your life has no choice but to change when you go 365 days. You will start to see so many different things come, opportunities just come into your life. You have different thoughts that you never thought of. There's this thing called you don't know what you don't know. You will reach places of, okay, I'm starting to know that I don't know these things. I didn't even think about these before. You will start to reach these frequencies of information of like, wow, why did I think of doing that before? I can do that. Why didn't I not think about that? Because you did not have enough energy, enough light to reach those things. They're already there. You just weren't able to see them. When people were trying to tell you things, you weren't able to comprehend, understand, and it just wasn't for you at that given time because you weren't at that frequency, that dimension. So 365 days, I challenge you to go a full year without depleting one time.